Marshall D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard, the first man to break the deadlock between the original Yonko we were introduced to all the way back in the post-Enies Lobby arc. By killing Whitebeard in the Summit War, acquiring his Devil Fruit, and taking most of his territory, he attained the status of an emperor for himself. Even now, during the final saga, Blackbeard has shown that he isn't done climbing towards his goals and still seeks power in the form of abilities, information, and resources. So why is it that people in our community still don't believe in the hype of probably the most terrifying Yonko? I definitely think it's because most of them don't believe that he's a truly powerful character, which in my opinion is completely unfounded. So let me break down why I think Marshall D. Teach is currently more formidable than you may know, starting with the aspect of his strength that a lot of people may think he's the weakest in: Haki. Let me begin by showing you guys something that I came across during my initial read of the battle between Blackbeard and Trafalgar Law in chapter 1063. I want you all to keep in mind how that in the first panel we see, Law's submarine is seemingly attacked by Teach. This attack then sends the submarine further into the sea, but if you look closely, it leaves behind trails of black lightning with zapping sound effects. Now in the next chapter, chapter 1064, once we go back to the fight, we can see Blackbeard about to let out a punch with the Guriguri no Mi, but before he lets it off, his fist is surrounded by more black lightning even without using Armament Haki hardening. Now we've never seen this effect happen before with this ability. Even if you go all the way back to chapter 552, where Whitebeard does the exact same thing before letting off a tremor punch of his own, the only things we do get are the shattering glass imagery and cracking sound effects. In fact, even when we see Blackbeard use a tremor to block Law's Shock Willy attack, we get more black lightning than we ever seen previously shown before. Now I know what you're thinking. This black lightning effect can be something that's produced by hardening Armament Haki, similar to what Jinbei did against Who's Who, or Don Sai against Lao Ji. The difference here, however, is that when we first see Blackbeard do this, there isn't any hardening Armament Haki in sight, just the black lightning, leading me to believe that this isn't a product of the color of armament, but rather Conquerors Haki infusion. To compare this to what we've seen before, let me show you guys some panels from chapter 1044. When Luffy arises and awakens his Devil Fruit at the top of Onigashima, we can see the exact same black lightning and the same exact sound effects emanating from his body. Even later in the chapter when he grabs Kaido from above, we can see these same effects again, but with one more important detail. Luffy isn't using hardening Armament Haki when using his Conquerors Haki infusion. This is literally the exact same thing we see Blackbeard do that I've shown beforehand. Now if this isn't enough for you to believe that Blackbeard not only possesses Conquerors, but also Conquerors Haki infusion, you may have a vendetta against this poor old plum pirate. This isn't even Teach's first time showing his knowledge and ability with Haki in general. When it comes to the color of observation, we've seen that Blackbeard not only possesses it, but also has the unique ability to measure strength with it. Blackbeard also is no slouch with his Armament Haki either, even being able to block S-Hawk's slash that cut the mountain of Amazon Lily in half with just his forearm. Even in the past, he was able to permanently scar Shanks' face, the very Haki god himself. Combining all of this information, you would have to be crazy to believe that Blackbeard, the very first person Ichiro Oda had mentioned Haki, would be weak in this department. Now, I want to get into the abilities that Blackbeard seems to focus on the most, his Devil Fruits. Let's start off with the Yami Yami no Mi. This power is completely broken. Not only does it let you harness the power of gravity, it literally creates a pocket dimension where Blackbeard can take in, crush, and release anything and everything, including living people. The output of his darkness is even shown to engulf an entire island, and proves how Blackbeard was able to wipe out the Drum Kingdom in the blink of an eye. Most terrifying of all, however, is the fact that Blackbeard can nullify the abilities of any Devil Fruit user he comes into physical contact with. With Blackbeard's knowledge of Devil Fruits and their awakenings, it wouldn't be far-fetched to assume that he has now awakened this ability as well. Just imagine the abilities an awakened Yami Yami no Mi would grant Teach. The ability to nullify any devil fruit user standing within his darkness. The ability to nullify someone's willpower or haki. The possibilities are endless. And I believe that is why Oda is giving us the opportunity to witness Blackbeard fight not only a devil fruit user like Law, but also a non-fruit user and haki specialist like Monkey D. Garp. It would be the perfect opportunity to show what an awakened Yami Yami no Mi is capable of doing. Add this with the fact that we haven't even seen him go all out with the Gurigura no Mi, the same ability that Sengoku said could destroy the world. We know that Paramecia awakenings are able to either affect the surrounding areas by creating more of the element, like Doflamingo and Katakuri were able to do, or affect their opponents in completely new ways, like Law and Eustace Kid were able to do. So the scale of what an awakened Gurigura no Mi would be able to do is immense. Imagine the insanity of Blackbeard having 2 awakened devil fruits at his side. It would truly be one of, if not the most, broken ability in the entire story. This is all without mentioning how much of a physical beast Marshall D. Teach is. Just in terms of pure strength and durability, Blackbeard is a monster. In the fight against Porcus D. Ace, with just one blow, Blackbeard was able to almost break his neck. This is the same Ace that has taken hits from physical powerhouses like Jinbei, and even Whitebeard himself. He even had an enraged Luffy screaming out in pain from just a simple slam to the ground. In terms of durability and endurance, Blackbeard is even more impressive. He shook off a shockwave from a furious Sengoku, and even tanked a point-blank tremor from Whitebeard that was meant to take him out. Teach was even able to quickly recover from a shock willy from Trafalgar Law that caught him by surprise. Blackbeard was able to easily shake off all of these attacks, even while taking amplified damage as a side effect of the Yami Yami no Mi, which makes it all even more impressive. I also believe that the next time we see Blackbeard in the manga, he'll be able to show more of this against the likes of another physical powerhouse, Monkey D. Garp himself. To summarize everything, Blackbeard has shown that he is in the very top tier when you add all of his attributes together: haki, devil fruit abilities, and physical strength and endurance. I think there's absolutely no way you can honestly downplay how much of a threat this man is, which is why I place him at minimum top 3 in the current world of One Piece. Before I end the video though, make sure to like and subscribe and click that notification bell so that you don't miss the next deep dive I'm releasing soon. Later.